All right. All right, everyone. What is up? It's been so long. Why has it been so long? Because I'm fucking busy all the time, god damn it. And I was going through some mad depression. I still am going through mad depression. It's part of the game, right? It's part of the fucking game. It's part of life. Guys, we get depressed. It's part of our thing. What do? We gotta and honestly, journaling has kind of been a great outlet for me. Like it's kind of crazy how like when you're doing stuff, you're like, oh, I know all about myself, and apparently you don't until you do it, right? That's what it is. But it's been great so far. Honestly, it's been really good. It's been really healthy, and on top of that, funds are a whole ass thing. My birthday is coming up. My daughter's birthday is on that. Oh, you're on an ad? Okay, I'm sorry, you're on an ad. I gotta do something about those ads. I really have to. Oh, we will get there. We will get there. So, guys, let me wait for that ad. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. I am here for you. So, let me make sure that the music's turned up on my end because I want to listen to some sick jams. All right. Actually, I think that might be a little bit too loud for you guys. There we go. All right, yeah, because I'm a loud person. All right, you should be off the ad now. You should be. Yeah, I see you. I see you. All right, so, no, yeah, depression's a thing. We're back. Money is a fucking thing. But my birthday is coming up. You know what that means. I don't know. I'm getting older. I'm getting one year closer to my death day. You know? Alright, cool. Thanks for coming back. Fan some person. I hope I'm that person. I really do. Anyways, so we are back, and we're just going to do something simple. I realized I've been making food that is too big for my family, but like the perfect amount that I will enjoy eating for breakfast. And so I'm like, and I mean breakfast for every day. So I'm like, why don't I just do a stream every week where I do that, where I make myself breakfast for the entire week, and that's what I'm doing. And what is my favorite fucking thing to eat for breakfast? Aside from raw egg and rice? Goddamn SOS, baby. Oh, yeah. I love me some shit on shingles. Oh, my mom used to make this. I make it a little bit better. Sorry, Mom. Long hair, don't care. I do. I'm pretty sure she's going to agree with me. You know, I'm kind of a chef, you know. But it's one of my favorite things ever to eat. And it's just so fucking good and tasty. It's like you got milk starch and then you got bread starch and you put some beef in that bitch, some onion, some pepper. You really need pepper. Pepper's probably the most important thing next to the beef and the milk and the starch and the bread. Anyways, so here's what we're gonna do, folks. We are gonna go ahead and get this game a-going. All right, so what we need, we're going to go ahead and start our onions. We're going to get a pot going, and the reason why we're going to get our onions going, actually we can get the fucking pot and everything going. I can multitask. It's not like I don't do this for a living. All right, so we do want a wider pot. The reason why we want a pot that's wider is because we're going to be putting a bunch of bullshit inside of here. If we don't put it, if it's not wide enough, it's going to essentially boil the meat, and we don't want to do that. We want to get the meat kind of almost crispy. Not all the way, just good. So I did go to the grocery store. I got a fuck ton of ground beef that I pre-portioned. All right, so we're going to turn this up. Let's make sure it's attached. It is. There we go. All right. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, you got to make sure that the pot is like super hot and everything. No, fuck that. We're putting it right in there. Oh, yeah. And what I'm going to do during this phase is I'm going to salt it. Not all the way, but just enough, right? That's going to be fine for now. It looks like a lot of salt, but you got to think it's this right here is a little bit over a pound of meat. That's a lot of fucking meat, guys. That's a lot of nuts. All right, let me grab a towel to make sure I don't burn myself while I do this. All right. So we're just going to kind of break it up, and we want to try to do this. Now, this beef right here is 73.27, I believe. So, and I got like 10 pounds of it for like 20 bucks. So we're going to keep it on high. It's going to smoke. It's going to do its thing. And there's going to be a lot of fat that releases from it, which is good, right? We want all that fat. And I want something fattier for this, so this way I don't have to add any extra butter or oil or any other thing to this. If I do need some, I do have some Wagyu tallow that I will add. For now, I'm not worried about it. But next thing we're going to do, we're going to dice just about 1 onion. I like to do 1 onion per pound, roughly, right? Also, guys, really fast. You see this knife? You see this knife? Yeah. Love this knife. Guess what? The collaboration has started. We did the meeting for the collaboration, so expect a lot of updates and a lot of streams based off of knives and everything. I'm stupid fucking excited for it. It's you know, and it's going to be a totally different design. It's going to be a collaboration, and we're only going to be making 6 of these knives. All right? So if you guys want them, you guys got to let me know. They're going to be, don't have a price point on them yet, but we will see when we get there. And a lot of it's going to go to charity, and just, it's a passion project is what it is, folks. Now you notice it's gray, whatever, that's fine. Especially for something this fatty. It's going to boil a little bit before it starts to stick, right? So we are just going to do a dice. It doesn't have to be a super fine dice. Just a dice is dice, right? The dice is nice. All right, and we are going to kick off our outer layers. Notice I took off several. If you look right there, they're getting a little translucent. I don't want to use those translucent ones. Not just like they're bad or anything. It's just, you know, I'd rather just go the distance and use it for something else. Right? So, we got that all the way over. And, like I said, this is going to be rip and raring. Actually, there is a chance that I will have to replace the gas on this, which is fine. But, guys, look at already all that extra fat that's just leaking from there. That's fine. That's Gucci. We want that. All that fat is going to help thicken our sauce when we make our roux. All right, and there is a trick with making a roux for this that a lot of people don't really do. It's excellent for chowders. Excellent for chowders, veloutés, anything like that. So we are going to do, oh, I just realized I did not mount my cutting board. Silly me. But I'm only doing 1 onion, so I think I'll be fine. I have both of those on the sides so I can like air dry this. Anyways, so we are going to just do a nice fine dice, not a fine dice, but a finer dice does mean, you know, less chunks and all that shit. I just realized I need to hone this blade. Whatever. We're not doing too much knife work. I'm okay with it. And this recipe is stupid fast, stupid easy to do, right? Like, there's no excuse to why you can't make this even for 1 day out of the week. But if you get everything ready ahead of time, you can make this every fucking day fresh. Do I recommend you do that? No. It's not going to really taste any different if I'm being completely honest with you. 6 ads? Really? Already? Okay, there's something wrong. I need to fix that. That does not sound right. Let me type that out. All right. Yeah, someone must have been messing with my stuff. So I am going to make sure that that doesn't happen. I don't want you guys to look at that many ads. Ooh, 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 ooh. Dominated, but you ain't never gave praise. You ain't talking shit on Instagram inside the safe place. Ah, no! No! All right. That's fine. Whatever. I got quart containers. I got plenty of these. Except this is gonna get caught in the fucking shit. Is it? Right now, we're still hot. We're still 420 blazing it. So we do want to make sure that this meat... Okay, I'm sorry about that, fan. I don't know why there's that many ads. I do need to look into it. It's been a while since I've been working on the tweaks for the Twitch. For anything, actually. I haven't had much time to really do anything. And I did get a Twitch change on things. I looked at my revenue intake and stuff like that earlier today, and I was like, oh, wow, this is this doesn't make any sense. Like, my ad revenue is like way higher than anything else, which I'm like, okay, I'm cool with it, but that alone explains why, and I'm not okay with that at all. So I'll make sure that I get that fixed. I don't want you guys to like suffer. I mean, I want you guys to watch one ad, but I don't want you guys to like go through that many. All right, is our, no, we're still hot. Why are we taking so long to heat up? So this is what I was talking about, like it'll start to like kind of boil more than it does sear. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drain some of this fat, and we are gonna just, I don't want to put it in a container like that. We're just gonna put it in a container like this, right? And the reason why, if I put it in a plastic container, it's gonna melt. So we're just gonna add some of this fat. Ooh. Oh no! Ah! We don't want to splash it everywhere, like I just did, but whatever. Too late. Long hair, don't care. So the reason why I'm doing this, because I don't want to necessarily boil my ground beef. I want to sear my ground beef. So we're doing that. And the heat is going to heat up again. We're going to extract more of that fat. That's fine. And the thing is, guys, you could save this fat. Let's say you don't want to use all of it. Use it for a fucking butter substitute when you're cooking. It's technically, I can't say it's healthier, but it's way more flavor, right? Way more flavor. So you can see how much more fat is already seeping away from there, and you're getting more of that sear. Now, I am going to keep this amount of fat in there. Once I get rid of all the pink in there, that means that's cooked, but I want it to cook more. Now, we can go ahead and go the distance for it, but I want to create almost a fond. So I'm just going to put it down like this and just not touch it. I'm not going to fucking touch it for like a minute. Maybe longer. I don't know. I don't know. So in the meantime, all of this stuff is going to go to compost. Let me grab a, you know what? Here, I'll grab this one. You, because you fucking fell on the floor. You weren't supposed to fall on the floor. Ah! Okay, but anyways, put you in the compost. And guys, tomorrow, hopefully I'll be working on my worm farm. And I have plenty of worms out in my compost. And I realized, like, hey, we're getting to that point where I need to start a whole new composting project. So I'm excited for it. I did a lot of planting today. And we'll see. We'll see here in like 2-3 months. It'll be great. It'll be Gucci. It'll be fun. And then I'll make a dish of all the products that I grew. So it'll be nice. All right. So we are hearing some of that nice action. And you see a lot of the fat that is in there. It's starting to like do its thing. And we're getting a little bit of fondage right there, which is great. That's what we're aiming for. We want all that good. All right. Which is Gucci Yamaguchi. All right. So, I'm going to stir it up a little bit more. We're developing a little bit of the fond. I want to take it even further. Fond equals flavor. You know what, you guys know, those bouillon cubes and everything? That's essentially what we're going to try and create at the very bottom of the pan. And we just added salt and all that, and we are going to add a lot more salt to this. Because the osmosis on the beef is only going to take so much. There is some salt into this fat already. It is what it is. And we are going to do that. But first, we are going to make sure we create that fond. So that way we get a nice, deeper beef flavor, I guess you could say, without it tasting so, like, less beef. Yeah, we're just min-maxing is what we're doing, essentially. We're just making it just that much fucking tastier. And I just realized it's a really bad camera position on the screen, because it's like stuck there on my fucking forehead, you know, when you guys want to see my luscious locks. So I gotta draw them like this in order if I want to, you know, do whatever. Either or, right? Either or. So we are going back into this a little bit, and all the pink is gone. I did want some of that fond, but now I am Ron. I don't know. I can't think of it. I can't think of anything else. I think that's a subscriber. I think that's a subscriber. Yeah, subscriber with Prime. Thank you, Malik, again. Yeah, white people talking night. Close, close, close. I'm not sad. I'm not sad, Malik. I'll dance for money. I don't give a fuck. All right. So we are getting this. No, we're doing SOS. Shits on shingles. It's goddamn delicious. All right. All right. So notice how not all this is even on the chunk side. You got some that are like nice and big boys, and you got some tiny little boys. I like that. I like the texture, like contrast and everything. So from this stage, I'm going to add our onion, and we are going to do salt. Now, you guys are noticing that I'm doing salt in layers, and we're going to continue this. What happens is that the osmosis is going to activate different ways. Salt's going to get absorbed into the food at different stages. This way you get a more rounded flavor. And what we're going to do is we're going to sweat the onions. We're not going to really like saute them. We're going to make sure they're translucent. This way they're not like an aggressive bite, but they're kind of just seeping out all their good richness, flavor, and good. And then once that happens, we're actually going to toast our pepper. Yeah, with ground beef. I am fancy. Fuck yeah. I spend those big bucks. I spend the big bucks. It's gonna be too bitter. The pepper is not gonna taste like pepper, and it's gonna be spicy. What is that it's gonna be too bitter. The pepper is not gonna taste like pepper, and it's gonna be spicy, and we don't want that like spice without that pepper flavor. So we are going to wait until our onions are translucent, and then we will actually add the pepper in with the flour. And when that happens, that's when the magic happens. So we will actually cook our pepper in with the roux. Now you can notice already those onions have already kind of taken up a lot of that fat, that beef fat. So we're not drowning in it anymore. We're not drowning in the beef wax. The beef wax. Not pussy on the chain wax. On the beef wax. And we're starting to get translucent, but we want to take it a little bit further. Just before they start to caramelize. Alright? So, we are doing the do on that. It's Gucci. And we're going to add a bit more salt. And from here, I am going to add pepper. And I'm going to do about a tablespoon and a half of pepper. Now, it looks like a fucking ton, but remember, we are mixing it around. And from here, we are going, and instantly, it smells like fucking pepper. And we're going to go ahead and add a little bit more of our fat in this bitch. Let me make sure the heat's there, and the heat is gone. That is not very cash money. We got to do this fast. All right. Because it kind of defeats the purpose. All right. Fuck you, fat. To where it coats everything, and it becomes almost stodgy. So where it cooks, and you're also developing that skim on the bottom of the pan, right? Now, a lot of people are like, oh, why aren't you making like a hard roux? Because I don't want to dirty another fucking pot. Get off my dick, bro. I want to dirty more dishes. And this way it works just fine, all right? I promise you it works just fine. And we're going to keep going because I see a little bit of fat still kind of in there. Just a little bit more flour. And what this is doing is kind of toasting the flour so it doesn't taste like raw-ass flour. You guys ever eat raw-ass flour? It's not pleasant. It tastes like raw-ass flour. Best way I could put it. All right? And from here, we are going to add just a little bit of milk. Not too much. That right there is roughly like a cup and a half, 2 cups. And what we're going to do is reduce the heat and start scraping off the bottom. Now, all that stuff, you notice really fast that the bottom has like those specks of pepper in there. What we're doing is taking off all that shit, and you see how stodgy it is? We're going to keep going the distance. And we don't want to do a lot of it at a time. We're just going to do about that same increment of milk at a time. If we do it all together, you're not going to be able to control that fond, and you're not going to be able to control that heat. So instantly, you see how much it's stodgy it is already, right? So we're making it goddamn delicious right now, boys and girl. All right, thank you so much, fans, for stopping by. All right, and we're still going the distance. So we're doing this in ink thicker and thicker, and we want it to a point where when it hits that like simmer, we are not getting we're getting at that consistency that we want it to. So every time it hits a simmer, we are going to either add or stop. But from this part on, we are going to taste to see how much salt it has. All right. So it's the perfect amount of fucking pepper in there, but it can use a bit more salt. Now, the salt that I'm adding in now is more for like making sure as a barrier when we do add more milk, because we will add more milk because it needs to hit a simmer. But I am always scraping off the sides because the sides has a lot of that roux, and we're still scraping off the bottom. You can feel with your spoon if it needs to be scraped or not. All right. So we're doing this because I got a little bit of that fond right here, La Fond, and that fond is also going to have some of that roux in there too. Right? So I know I'm going to need a bit more milk. We're starting to simmer. We don't want it to get to a rolling boil. Ever, ever, ever. Hits a rolling boil, you're going to have a very, very fucking bad time. You ever guys boil milk? There's a reason why there's so many memes about boiled milk, alright? Alright. I'm going to taste again. Oh, so delicious. Process, it's going to look like this. Oh, yeah. No. What I did is I kind of like I got more lighting. I got like more professional lighting. So I'll actually show you guys like the setup and everything too. So I just made sure like we're getting the ambiance in, and that's fucking delicious. All right, now guys, what's SOS without the S? You know? So we got some fine dining Sara Lee butter and bread. It just tastes better, all right? And you're probably wondering, God, how did you spend so much money on bread? Well, because they don't have 99-cent loaves anymore. It's bullshit. And this is actually the cheapest loaf that I can find, right? So, guys, we're going to put it in the goddamn toaster. It has to be a goddamn toaster. Whenever you say a toaster, always goddamn toaster, no matter what. All right? Now, normally, I eat 4 slices at a time. And by that, I mean I will start with 4 slices, and then I will either add 4 or 2 more, depending on how many eggs I put on my SOS. And I am not making any fucking eggs right now, because I left all my eggs downstairs. So, yeah. Oh, it looked more claustrophobic, and so technically what I did is that I did expand this out a little bit more. So probably by like another foot, probably. But not too much more. And then on top of that, instead of my desk being like right there and all crammed up, I pretty much expanded this. And then over here have, you know, my herb plants. They're all going. They're all doing really fucking well. In the very beginning of my streams, but I didn't have the way to do it. And doing this, it allows it to kind of like be a fucking character. And yes, I put all those stickers on, all that shit one by one. Pain in the ass, but it was a whole ass thing. My daughter helped a little bit. All right, so we're at a simmer, and it is a little thicker than I want it to be, so we're just going to simmer. And it is a little thicker than I want it to be, so we're just going to add a little bit more milk. Not too much more, maybe like another cup. All right. And I think our shit's going to be good, because now all of our starch is incorporated in here. Oh, and the toast just got done toasting. Oh, hell yeah. Woo! All right, so we got that there going. And let's grab a fucking plate. Ow. Did I burn myself somehow? All right. We're going to grab this white plate right now. Oh. All right. We're going to put this toast on there. Oh. Now, you go to a restaurant, you know what they do? They give you your toast and they just put the gravy on there. Fuck that. I'm all about service. You know how I'm all about service? So I'll show you guys really fast. Like, make some fucking room. All right? So I'm not just going to put the toast on there. I'm going to break the toast for you. Look at that. Sentimental. I like to make sure that there's this nice ass fucking pile of already broken up toast, so you don't have to worry about doing that extra bit with your fork and all that shit. Nice pile right there. Let's grab a little ladle. Whittle. Right? And we're going to go ahead and pour this bitch. Smother. Oh yeah. See, guys, SOS. It's one of the best fucking things. It's fucking delicious. It's so spicy though. Oh. Give a fuck. Give a fuck. Who you with? Who you with? Hot. I did it again. It's so good. It's like so much pepper, but in a way where it's like it's spicy, but it'll never be like it'll never make you be like, oh god, I gotta get something to drink. It is savory. The onions just make you want to be like, ground beef makes you just want to be like, it's ground beef. The milk, it just, Whenever I woke up as a kid and there was SOS being made, it was going to be a good day. Every time. It was like my good day kind of breakfast, you know. It's just one of those things. Like, you know, someone made you pancakes and it's like, oh, pancakes for breakfast? It's going to be a good day. SOS was my meal, right? And I would always get it. Super goddamn delicious. See, guys, I started it from beginning to end with this every fucking day. We could. There's no reason why we can't. And these are all like cheap. I can't say cheap ingredients. The beef is pretty fucking expensive. But guys, you can use half an hour for this stream. I know this is a shorter stream. I know. But I needed to do something for the algorithm and all that stupid shit. I know. My birthday is coming up. We are going to go ahead and do some extra shit. Maybe not for the birthday. I'm going to be busy. Fun fact, my daughter's birthday is the day after. And I'm going to be very busy for that day. Granted, it's not a day I normally stream, so don't worry. But getting things organized for a 4-year-old's birthday, it's a whole ass thing. It's a whole ass thing, right? Guys, thank you so much for coming in. You make me so moist, so delicious and moist, yeah. And I will see you guys maybe even later, but I probably won't be streaming food. I'll be streaming some journaling shit. All that. Guys, thank you so much.